What is your background? What sparked your interest to retell the stories of our past?
Do you want to go first?
I will, if you'd like me to, Trevor. Yes, well, I have collected war medals from many years ago. I think I bought my first one for 5 shillings in a shop in Leatherhead. And it was a 1914 star. And on the back of that star was the name Private Clutterbuck, I remember, Grenadier Guards. And I carried on collecting medals. And they got names on, the First World War ones in particular. So I thought after a while, well, it'd be interesting to find out more about this man. Who is this man who's named on this medal? So I did some research, and then I thought, well, let's go and find out where he was. And so I persuaded my son to come with me, and we went off on our first battlefield tour. And from then on, I got into battlefield touring, taking out, first of all, friends and family, and then latterly commercial groups. So that's how I got into battlefield guiding. It was about following up the stories of the men from the past.
I started, I enjoyed history at school, but when I joined the Air Force and I was stationed in the Middle East, I was way back, and I was stationed in the area, of course, Lawrence of Arabia, in Saudi Arabia and around those places. And everywhere I've been, be it Singapore or Germany in my military career, I've always taken an interest in their history, the country's history, and our involvement in it. And when I had a role, one of my roles when I was in the Air Force was working for NATO. So I used to travel around NATO countries, assessing various aspects of what they had to look after our people in wartime. And when I retired, people came to me and said, "Oh, you're used to travelling around Europe on your own and everything, and you're interested in history. Would you like to come and work as a guide?" And so I started off there in the old days and doing Arnhem and the Dam Busters, and that's where I started. And then other companies hear of you and offer you various trips, and so you go away and study. And in the winter, when it's quiet for guides, we sort of bimble off into Europe and try and discover stuff to present to our clients at a later date. So that's how I ended up in doing history guiding and tour.